There's just hard work, just working, getting my body prepared to move up. A lot of people think it's a secret to it, but it's not. Being a boxer all my life and having to cut weight my whole life is difficult, but being able to just fight at your natural weight and eat properly and train how you want to train without having to hold back because you like, oh, I don't want to put on too much muscle, or I gotta watch this because I gotta make weight.
For more than a decade, we looked at Terence "Bud" Crawford as a technical genius, a smaller fighter climbing the ranks and outboxing bigger, stronger opponents. That story sounded perfect, but what if it was wrong? What if the Crawford who dominated lightweight wasn't a master overcoming size, but a man fighting at half capacity? In a December 2025 interview, Crawford finally told the truth. He wasn't just cutting weight. He says he was destroying his body just to make the scale.
It's part of boxing. It's a part of making weight. You're gonna be dehydrated, you're gonna feel weaker than you normally is.
Terence Crawford has 3 hours into the weigh-in and 2.8 pounds to lose. As you can see, he is depleting and destroying his body to make the 135-pound limit. But this is the sacrifices of a champion. The very thing that made Terence Crawford the pound-for-pound great that he is today.
I want you to get in and then start cranking it as hot as you can tolerate.
We always wondered how he still had power while looking drained and skinny. Now we know why. The Crawford who ruled the 135-pound division was fighting on fumes. He was starving himself to a dangerous level. And the most shocking part is this. He finally revealed his true natural weight, and it's nowhere near what fans expected.
Biggest thing you've ever done to make weight?
Almost died.
Wait a second. How did that happen?
I was in Texas and it was like 100 and some degrees and I still had weight to lose. I just kept working out, kept moving, not drinking no water. I just pushed my body to the limit and I actually was 2 pounds under when I got on the scale. My body had shut down. So after I made weight, I had just tried to drink some water and some Pedialyte, but my body had just crashed. I thought I was gonna have to go to the hospital.
Oh wow. I live in Texas. The summer heat is no joke. You leave your body on the line for this sport. I mean, it's a testament to how much you love it.
It happened during a casual live stream with Aiden Ross. At first, it was just jokes, games, and normal conversation. But when weight cutting came up, the mood changed. Crawford, now retired and a 5-division champion, stopped protecting old secrets. He decided to be honest.
Was Canelo the hardest person you ever fought?
No.
Who was the hardest person you ever fought?
Gamboa.
Damn.
Now I was at 135.
That's so fucking crazy, bro. That's crazy.
When asked about his toughest weight cuts, Crawford didn't mention welterweight. He went all the way back to the start. He said making 135 and 140 pounds was torture. His exact words were "killing myself." And then came the real shock. When asked what his best, most natural weight was, he didn't say 147 or 154. He said 168 pounds. Super middleweight, the same division where he dominated Canelo Alvarez in September 2025. That means for most of his career, Crawford fought 3 or 4 divisions below his natural size.
Let me ask you this. What was your hardest weight cut you've ever had to do?
135.
What?
When I was fighting at 135.
That's so crazy. And what's your most healthiest natural weight?
168.
Where you feel the best? Okay. Damn.
168.
What was the secret to doing that, bro? Like, that's a crazy cut.
Like, I was obviously I was smaller.
Yeah.
But I used myself to make that weight. You know what I mean? And same way with 140, but I just went straight up to 147.
When Ryan fought Tank, that dehydration clause, do you think if they were to rematch without that clause, do you think it would have been a different situation?
For sure. For sure.
You think Ryan might have a better chance of beating him?
I think Tank's skills prevail overall, but I do think it would have been different, if Ryan was more healthier.
Yeah.
Didn't have the injury.
Yeah.
And he came in more full like he did when he fought Devin.
Was Canelo the hardest person you ever fought?
Nah.
Who was the hardest person you ever fought?
Gamboa.
Damn.
And I was at 135.
That's so crazy, bro. That's crazy.
Go back to 2014 and look at Crawford's weigh-ins for the Yuri Ortiz-Gamboa fight. His face looked sunken, his eyes looked hollow, his skin looked thin. At the time, fans praised his discipline. We called it professionalism. But with today's information, it looks dangerous. This also explains a long-standing mystery. Gamboa, a smaller fighter, rocked Crawford in that fight. Critics said Crawford had a weak chin.
What do you feel differently, like being 30-something pounds? Like, what do you feel?
I just feel more healthier.
Yeah.
You know, more energized.
When you're cut, you have like you're lightheaded, you're just tired, or what?
I won't say lightheaded, but it's just like your body just, you know, just tired.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, like your punch resistance is different. Like just everything, you know, about your body is like depleted. You know, and you're trying to get it back in 24 hours, and sometimes you can't get enough nutrients.
Yeah.
In it.
Damn, that shit's...
an amount of time that you got to fight.
That shit is tough, bro. Damn.
But that wasn't the truth. He didn't have a glass jaw. He had a dehydrated brain. When you cut massive water weight from over 170 pounds down to 135, your brain loses protection. You step into the ring already compromised. Crawford wasn't hurt because Gamboa hit hard. He was hurt because his body was in survival mode before the fight even started.
McIntyre, Terence Crawford's own trainer, has come out and stated that Terence Crawford is a weight bully. Let me break down his exact statement. He says, man, listen, let me tell you, man. He should have been at 168 pounds a long time ago. But you know, myself, just make him take advantage of 35, 40, and 47. If you can make it, let's make it. Now, this is all according to Bomac in an interview he did with the Ring magazine. Now, the weird thing about all this is he literally says out of his own mouth that Terence Crawford should have been at 168 pounds a long time ago. And if you can take advantage of 135, 140, and 147, that was the motivation. Now, that's crazy to me. And at the end of the day, I don't really see a lot of people talking about Terence Crawford as a weight bully when his own team confirms that the man is a weight bully. And you know, there's going to be some people in the comments that get upset or to get mad or accuse me of all these things. But listen again, I never said this. Terence Crawford's own team said this. Bomac, his trainer, said this. So understand that before you get in your feelings. Now, what's so interesting is if Terence Crawford should have already been at 168 and he's big enough for the weight and that's not an issue, then why did last year Team Terence Crawford offer David Benavidez a fight at 160 pounds? You knew David couldn't make 160. You knew David only fought at 168 and 175. You knew there was no way that David could get down to 160 pounds. You knew that just couldn't happen. And if you're a guy that could always and easily make the weight at 168 and you should have been there a long time ago, why even offer David a fight at 160? You should have offered him a fight at 68.
This revelation has sparked major controversy online. For years, fans accused fighters like Canelo or Haney of being weight bullies. Crawford avoided that label because he always looked thin. But the numbers don't lie. If he was truly comfortable at 168, everything we thought we knew about his career changes. Drop your thoughts in the comments, and stay tuned. We'll see you in the next video.